only 5 floors, and he was in room 666. And he's got this girlfriend that lives in outer space and travels on a spaceship.
As Cho began to feel comfortable in Andy Cook's company, he started to ring his newfound buddy.
I guess he built a rapport with me. When he called me, he would either say, "This is question mark," or "This is Sung." He would make sure you know. And if he said, "This is question mark," and you know, you kind of play along, but eventually you get tired of it and you go, "I know this is you, Sung." And he's like, "No, this is question mark, Sung's brother." And he was always very adamant about it being his brother.
Adopting different personas is very common with individuals who don't feel very centered and don't have a sense of who they are. These talks about having a twin brother or him being a question mark reflect the ambivalence that he probably felt about himself, and the twin brother probably a reflection of more the ideal self that he wanted to be.
Cho also started to indulge in games of a more voyeuristic nature.
He sat down with us and there was a group of girls next to us, and all of a sudden we see a flash and he had taken a picture, and these girls are all looking at us, you know, kind of annoyed. And later on that progressed into him taking pictures of people I know. And finally one day I was in my room and I see a flash and I turn around and sure enough Sung's there taking a picture. So I decided this is another one of his games that I was going to put a stop to. Went up to him and took a picture of him, and he was not happy about that. He kept wanting to see that picture. He had to see that picture. So I finally deleted it, and that ended that, and he was happy.
Cho's selective mutism was subtly transforming. He was no longer as shy as he once was.
There's many individuals as they get older that have selective mutism. The social anxiety starts to go away, but their conditioned and reinforced mute behavior persists.
I draw a feelings chart. And
individuals learn to live in that kind of a world, and that's how people see them, and that's how they see themselves.
Cho was showing a new boldness, but his personality was so distorted that any attempts to socialize backfired.
There was one occasion he went to a girl's room. He was wearing sunglasses and a hat. He goes, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?" And she obviously didn't, and she became very frightened, threatened to call the police, which she did. Later on that night, around 12 or 1 o'clock, I hear pounding on my door. Virginia Tech police, you know, open up, and they asked where question mark was.
The police spoke to Sung Hui Cho for half an hour and left him.
He was obviously very upset with this girl. He told me he wanted to go look in this girl's eyes and see if she was cool, and all he saw was promiscuity, and he talked about her being a whore and stuff.
But this incident didn't stop Cho making unwanted approaches to another girl. She also called in the police, and again, they cautioned him. Cho contacted Andy Cook.
He's like all upset and he goes, "I might as well kill myself now." He obviously was a loner, didn't have much to live for, sadly. Maybe he would try and pull something, so we decided to report it, and the police came and took him away.
Cho was taken into custody. He underwent a commitment hearing that found him a danger to himself. He was detained overnight at a local hospital. After a 15-minute examination in which he denied any suicidal or homicidal thoughts, he was released with